everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Queens of Ponderosa, where we outfit, outgay, and outslay every single week. My name is Alicia, and I'm here with my co-host, Taylor.
Hi, besties.
How are you, girl?
So good. How are you?
So good, especially after watching this gorgeous video of you strutting the runway.
Yes.
At a show.
Yes.
At a drag show.
Just before we started filming, I showed Alicia what I was up to last weekend. We'll just say that I had had quite a bit to drink and kind of invited myself up on stage earlier in the night. Granted, the drag show was not happening. I want to make it clear.
Yeah.
I didn't crash a drag show. But the venue, they had a stage and a runway. And before the drag show started, during a song, I was dancing. And apparently I caught the drag queen's attention.
Yes.
Because when the show started, the host invited me up on stage and asked me to show everybody my best walk and strut, and I gave them a very crooked
It was amazing.
walk and strut, and then I was kicked off the stage after that, and it was great.
Did you for a second feel like you were on RuPaul's Drag Race?
Oh, every time I'm clubbing, I'm pretending I'm on Drag Race.
I love that so much.
Because I'm dancing and I'm like, listen, if this was a lip sync for your life, I'm not going home.
No.
I'm sending that girl home.
You are safe, honey.
Because I want to say too, one thing I think about all the time is there's a difference between like they're two queens, they're lip syncing for their life. There's a difference between this girl survived the lip sync and stayed, and this girl sent the other girl home.
Yes, 100%.
And I'm like, I would want to be a queen that's like, if I'm lip syncing for my life, I am sending her home.
The lip sync assassin.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you would be.
100%. Well,
I think you would be.
One step at a time.
I think I would be a lip sync assassin.
Oh, absolutely.
I would turn out.
100%.
Turn out.
You would be fierce.
The thing that would scare me, though, is just, like, getting a song that you don't know very well.
Well, that's why you learn the words. We don't want to pull a Valentina.
No.
Oh, I don't think you watched that season.
I haven't seen Valentina.
That's
I was
okay.
like, I know the name.
You'll forget. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll forget by then. I'm sure I will forget by then.
There's plenty of queens that have also forgotten their words, too.
Yeah.
Who do we think on season 50 would be the most likely to win a lip sync for your life? Because I have an answer that I think would surprise you.
Really? I think it would be Angelina.
You think Angelina would turn it out?
I think she would. I think she has that level of crazy.
She does.
She would just like...
She would be great.
But it's just, I don't know if she would know all the words.
Yeah.
Do you think she... I don't know how into like pop culture she is.
She would do a reveal where she's like wearing a jacket and like takes it off.
Yes.
And then there's another jacket underneath.
Yes. That would be
and
epic.
Then she takes off that jacket and then there's a smaller jacket underneath.
A smaller jacket and then
she gives a jacket to the judges.
Oh yeah.
And then she like picks up the jacket. Yeah. No, my answer in terms of who I think would win a lip sync for your life, just in terms of the sheer enthusiasm and determination they have, I actually think that Devins would win.
Oh my gosh,
I think
that's
if we shaved off that beard and put him in a wig and some kitten heels,
he would kill.
I think Rick Devins would slay everyone in a lip sync. The only other person that would come close is my girl Tiff.
Oh,
because Tiff would eat it up too. I guess song choice might be important because if we're given like a very very
Tiff
like
is fierce.
Sexy mid tempo. Oh, Tiff could turn it out for sure. But if we're doing like high energy, like a Dula Peep or like a Carly Rae Jepsen song, I kind of think that Rick Devins could send her home.
I think he could too.
I think he could do it.
I do think Angelina would put up a fight too against Devins.
Yeah.
I think she would be like so wild and campy and like silly.
Yeah.
But Tiff would just be hot.
Yes. Gorgina.
Devins would be hilarious and unironically good, I think.
Stephanie would be... Did you watch season 3 of Drag Race? With like Raja, Mimi I'm First, India Farah, Shangela.
No,
okay, never mind.
It's not ringing
I was going to
a bell.
make a comparison for Stephanie. When you watch it, remind me and we'll put a pin in it and come back to it.
Pin in this conversation.
It'll make you laugh.
Okay, that's great. Okay. I'm so excited. Speaking of season 50.
Yes.
This episode, we are going to review the season and give our feelings on the season overall. Whoa. As we've kind of gone like episode by episode. So now it's like big picture. How do we feel about the season? Taylor, how do you feel about season 50?
Well, I think my biggest takeaway, and whether this is viewed as a positive or a negative, I think will depend on who you are. My biggest takeaway is it could have been worse.
Yes, it definitely could
because
have been worse.
I went into this season very intentionally trying to keep expectations low-ish.
A little low.
Just because I was like, okay, with everything that's we've seen leading up to it, I think there's going to be some tomfoolery. There's going to be some foolishness, some audacity. And I was like, I don't want to get too invested in something where it seems like they're just like throwing shit at the wall. Didn't know how I was going to feel about like the celebrity twists and cameos and this and that. And all-star seasons, unless you're like heroes versus villains, most of the time, a lot of the heavy hitters go out early. Not always the case. Like Second Chance, everybody was a one-time player. So like they were on a more even playing field. But like you look at Game Changers, you look at Winners at War where like so many of the old school people go. You look at the original All-Stars. Like, so I was a little worried that it was like, okay, like we're going to see a similar kind of bloodbath.
And we kind of
did. Like the boot order definitely had its ups and downs, but essentially I'm rambling a little bit. The point I'm trying to make is that I think that it could have been a lot worse. And to me, that means that this season was better than I was expecting. And I would give it like more positive than negative.
Same.
But like like we mentioned on the pod last week that the subsequent weeks of this podcast we're going to be ranking all 50 seasons and all 50 winners.
I'm so excited.
And I'm fairly confident before we even get to the official rankings that we're going to do that like season 50 will be lucky to crack like the top half of seasons of Survivor.
I think for me, I think it will it will crack the top
Really?
half. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it will.
Okay.
Like I'm not like super high on it, but the more I've digested the outcome of the season, and just how everything went, and I think about
and how Jonathan should have won.
Right, and I'm okay now. I've grieved, and no, I'm just kidding.
We're just joking because if you
joking.
If you haven't been following like post game press and interviews and stuff, Jonathan is
gobsmacked.
He's a little pressed. He's a little bitter.
He's not okay.
He's a little gagged that he lost.
Well, and I think even, how do I say this? I don't even think he's bitter as he is genuinely confused.
Oh, clueless.
I think he is so flabbergasted that he did not win.
Oh, absolutely.
And oh my gosh, did you hear that? I think he just literally doesn't understand why.
No.
So he's just like head scratching, like,
Huh?
How? Big man lose to little woman. Don't make sense. That's how it feels.
Yes, it does.
So, yeah, I don't think it's as much about him being bitter, but I have more to say. I have more to say about Jonathan in a minute, but
you would say it cracks your top half is what you're saying.
It cracks my top half because I look back on it and I'm like, Cerie's Wizard of Oz was so fun to watch. Christian and Devon's was so fun to watch for me. The rise of Tiffany was incredible. And I loved the double duo twist. Like the Mr. Beast thing. Do we need to see it again? Absolutely not. But it hit and it was like iconic and cool and super fun for Devon's. And so I just like think about all these things and I'm like, you know what? That was a good season of Survivor.
It definitely had some high highs. I'll give it that. Like
high highs.
Like they were maybe a little few and far between, but when it was good,
it was good.
It was pretty good. I'm talking like second half of the Zach Brown episode, because obviously we already talked about how I feel about the first half. But that second half, when it was, Christian trying to put together the 3-2-1 to get Mike White out.
Are you kidding me?
Great TV.
Amazing.
When, Rizzo was plotting against Charlie and they blindsided him, that was great.
Great.
Cirie doing the coconut challenge and then coming back, turning it on Chrissy. Like when it was good, it was good.
It was so good.
Yes. There were definitely moments that I was invested.
Yes.
I was excited. I enjoyed watching it.
And like amidst all of the tomfoolery that was committed this season, like and maybe this is true of every season of Survivor, but I don't think so. Where episodes like make you feel so alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even like when we thought Cirie was gonna go home and she pulled out all of this stuff, like it's just like, oh my, and Cirie's just incredible. So it was so fun to like watch her play possibly the best game she's ever played.
Oh yeah.
And to watch Ozzy change so much, and to watch like Colby come back after so much time, and he like used to be so young and strong and fit, and now he's like old and his body hurts and you have to like talk to him closely. You know, it's just like cute things like that. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Were there major letdowns? 1000%. Like I was really bummed with who went home early on, especially with like Kyle and Savannah. I love both of them. And I do think that they could have played excellent games.
Kyle for
Jenna, I wish Jenna would have stayed long. Obviously Christian, my man, my guy, Christian. And Emily, I think I had high expectations for her. Angelina, Q, like I wish we got more of Q. Camilla,
Yeah.
Genevieve, like so many of the heavy hitters went home, but not like, thank goodness it wasn't like Suri and just anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it had me scratching my head, but I wasn't like, this is terrible, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. So when I think about it, I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And the more I've sat with Aubrey winning, I'm like, you know what? That's kind of great.
Yeah.
Like, that's great for her.
Yeah. She definitely, Aubrey winning is a fun way to close out her Survivor story.
For sure.
I think that one of the things I would say in terms of like what maybe could have made this season like more enjoyable to watch would be a different edit.
Period.
Because we don't get a lot of Aubrey at all. I wish I
hated
could
the
give them
edit.
credit. I should have saved this post, but somebody on Instagram I really need to start doing that for this podcast.
Yeah.
Someone was like, someone on Instagram, they did wonderful research and work. And if I find it, I'll have Alicia like put it in the
Yeah.
comments or something.
I'm going to write it down too.
But somebody did some wonderful work and they put together an analysis of every winner and how present they were in the edit. And they did it not just based on our confessionals, but their percentage of the total confessionals in their winning season. So for example, the most over-edited winner in comparison to everyone else in their season
I think I know what you're talking about. Keep talking.
is Boston Rob. Because Boston Rob on his season, his edit was like 255%. Like that's how much more of the edit he got when compared to everybody else. I think essentially what that means is that like, actually, I'm not smart enough to tell you what that means in a percentage wise. He was very over edited.
Yeah.
Aubrey, her edit was something like negative like 14 or something. So it means that like she was under edited in comparison to everyone else on the season. And her, yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at you. Yes.
Because I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So Boston Rob
Yep.
is 206%. He averaged 7 confessionals an episode, which
is
so nuts. And that's before we
crazy.
even got 90-minute episodes too.
Yeah.
Whereas Aubrey,
the Boston Rob show.
her edit was negative 12%. She had 47 total confessionals, an average of 3.5 per episode. And almost the entire bottom half of this list is female winners.
Women, yep.
So it's a long point, drawn out point that I'm trying to make, but I think the edit of Survivor 50 was a little bit challenging. I understand that it can, well, I guess I shouldn't say I understand. Apparently, it's pretty difficult to edit winners that rely on like under the radar social games.
Yeah.
Because if you think about people like Amber on All Stars, Kenzie on 46, Michelle on Co Wrong, Natalie White, Aubrey on this season, like people whose game is really about being unthreatening, making strong social connections. It apparently seems like the editors find it difficult to highlight those stories, especially with women, because almost always, and I would say 50, it's the same thing. It turns into, instead of like how Aubrey won, it's like, how did these men lose? Or how did all these other people lose? And that's what the edit of 50 feels like to me, is it was not the journey of how Aubrey won. It was the journey of how did Ozzy and Suri and Christian and Emily and Devins and Joe and Jonathan and Rizzo lose. They didn't do a really good job. They obviously, her winners edit kicks in like the last 3 or 4 episodes where they really start making those very blatant comparisons to Michelle in Co Wrong. And then she starts saying like, oh, Tiffany is my Michelle and I'm not going to make that mistake. But then Tiffany was invisible for like the first half of the season. So that comparison kind of comes out of nowhere. And like Aubrey, for most of the game, it seems like she's floundering and is like wandering aimlessly. And apparently that worked really well for her because she won. So I'm not trying to shit talk her game.
Yeah.
But like the edit, I don't really think it does a great job. Even for somebody like me as a super fan who totally understands why Aubrey won, I don't really think it does a good job at like telling that story. So the long point I'm trying to make is one thing that I was not super satisfied with 50 is the edit, the winner's edit specifically, but also just the edit in general. Because we also saw like Angelina was pretty invisible for the episode she was in. Tiffany, like I mentioned, invisible for the first half. Camilla was pretty invisible. Chrissy was pretty invisible. Like, and it's like all women.
All women.
Like,
and I think just narratives that slipped through the cracks. Like,
yes, that was another
the
thing.
Q and Aubrey thing.
So
where it's
many,
like, if Aubrey's going to win,
Yes.
like, you might as well highlight some of this. I'm
highlight
just
the
like,
fact
what?
that it was like, oh, Q was like weirdly prophetic when he freaked out about this girl reminding him of Aubrey on his season because she ended up winning. I totally agree with you that was another thing I thought about was like, how many fun interactions and like interwoven storylines did we miss out on because the things that got focused on instead were things like the Mr. Beast coin and the Zach Brown episode and
even just like
Journeys.
so much of Coach.
Yes,
so much of
so
Ozzy.
much Coach, so much Ozzy, so much Christian.
So
like
much Christian.
And Ozzy. Christian, there's another stat, I don't know if it's that same post, but he is the lowest placing person to have the most confessionals in a season, I think.
Wow.
It's between like him and Nayanka.
Wow.
Because Nayanka has the most in Nicaragua, and I think she quits it in like ninth or something.
Wow.
And I think Christian got eliminated in
I can't
like
remember
10th.
where he fell into.
I think he went out 10th. Because then the next episode is the split double where there's 9.
9. Yeah,
so he went out in 10th place. So
That's
he's
so
the
wild.
lowest placing person to have the most confessionals in a season.
And it's like, I don't know if they put so much weight into his story because of how loved he is. And I think so much of Survivor, they wanted this season to go well and to like ignite the love for Survivor for so many because it's like kind of gone down a little bit in viewers.
Yeah.
So it's like, we know people love Christian. Give him all the airtime needed.
I definitely think that's part of it. He also did go to every tribal.
Yeah.
So I understand that at a certain point, like we were going to see a lot of those people, but like instead of it just being
the imbalance is
the
insane.
Christian show, like why was it not more equally spread out? Like, because it's not that the other players don't have interesting things to say. Emily gives great confessionals and she was at every tribal. Ozzy, well, I mean, he already had a big edit, but like we didn't hear a lot from like Angelina, and she was at a lot of those tribals when they were on the new Vatu. Like,
right.
So, you know, I don't know. It's like a consistent thing that Survivors struggle with.
Yeah.
And I always think that they're getting better.
They ain't.
And
then
then it
it's just
seems
like,
like,
oh.
yeah, like, you know, even, you know, in the new era, like you had Erica, and it seems like they learned their lesson from Marianne. But then you get to Gabler, and it's the same kind of thing where it's like they just still kind of struggle to tell. Anyway, you were saying, and
I was going to say this. Go ahead and keep sharing the same stats because they shared the stats of confessionals with winners in the new era specifically. And Aubrey's right down there.
Yeah, so the biggest edits in the new era are Jam Jam, Kyle, and Savannah and Rachel. They're all like pretty close to each other in terms of total confessionals. Jam Jam did, because his season is only 60-minute episodes, he has a bigger portion of the edit than everyone else.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Aubrey and Erica are the bottom two in terms of their visibility. Erica makes sense because she was completely invisible for like the first half of the game. Aubrey was never like completely invisible, but like
fairly.
You know, for the person to win to get, you know, such a small edit in comparison to everyone else. Like even, I'm pretty sure even Jonathan Suri had more confessionals than her.
Oh yeah. What's interesting is Gabler is 8th. So it's like, okay, I guess they did put a man down there. And then it's Dee, which is so funny, in like 7th place out of the 10 new era winners. Because she's like agreed to be such a dominating winner. But her gameplay was very obvious and very blatant, and she had like that dominating alliance. So it's just very different.
And the edit of 45 is one of the most even of the new era. Like everybody gets a ton of screen time. Like
that's great.
All those people that make it to the merge, I think the person that gets the most invisible is like Kendra. And even Kendra.
And even Kendra.
Yeah, like you remember her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Our spiritual queen.
Oh yes, loved her.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
And then Marianne is at 6th. And I feel like in thinking back on the new era, Aubrey, and this has been said, but Aubrey really did play a new era type of game.
For
where
sure.
she's just very under the radar, very social.
Woke up at the end and took it home. And that's basically what you have to do unless you are Dee or Kyle or Savannah.
Or Savannah, yeah. Or, I mean, Jam Jam.
Jam
Jam's
and Savannah,
in a different
and I was
category.
gonna say Jam Jam and Savannah were kind of the same because they like were on the bottom and then just like ping ponged a little bit, but yeah.
I think where they're different though is Jam Jam was so loved and Savannah was so hated.
Yes.
I think Jam Jam and Kenzie are more comparable.
Yeah.
But then like in thinking about Aubrey's game, it is very Marianne coded.
Oh yeah.
And Erica coded
Yes.
for sure. But even like Marianne, thinking of the 42 finale, Mike Turner is walking in feeling high. Like he's like, it's my game to lose.
He did lose it.
And he did.
At Final Tribal.
And I think it was, a lot of it was just like owning his game. And it's funny because if Jonathan and Mike Turner had a child, a love child, it would be actually so great because Mike's social game was really good. He just didn't have like the awareness for it. And I think he and Jonathan both like lack awareness in the game and how people perceive their games. But anyway, it's like, so she walks in with Mike Turner and Romeo. And Romeo's like the 0 vote, whatever. Mike, I think, gets 1 vote and then she gets 7.
Yeah. And Jonathan's the one that voted for Mike.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I know. I know.
Well, Jonathan was very bitter. And did you listen to Marianne at all? Like her thoughts on the season?
I listened to clips on Instagram.
Okay, yeah. Because she talks about Jonathan.
Take a sip of that drink.
Girl.
Get some caffeine in you. Yeah, Marianne was on, this one Rob Has a Podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Marianne was on Rob Has a Podcast. And she's one of my favorite people to listen to.
She's such a good storyteller.
She's just so smart.
Yes.
She is so smart. And she's almost done with her medical school, which is great.
Oh, imagine having her as your doctor.
I want no one to be my doctor other than Marianne.
Moving to Canada now.
I mean, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Traders Canada.
Traders Canada.
Link up with Venus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stephen Fishback just got dual citizenship.
He did?
Yep.
Through his partner, or are his parents Canadian?
I can't remember how.
Wow.
But he like just did all, he
Lucky
talks about
him.
like his testing and anyway. Yeah.
Get
so
that dual
cool.
citizenship and never come back, girl.
Yeah. Just love it for us.
Take
please.
that free ticket out.
Yeah, go hang out with Marianne,
Yeah.
get out. But anyway, Marianne is just such a genius. And I love how underestimated she is. And I think, like, she is different from Aubrey in a lot of ways. But they're both, like, very honest. And Aubrey is just, like, a pretty honest, straight-up person. And she hasn't always been that way, I think. She was a lot more, like, sneaky. But this season, I feel like we saw that more with, like, Genevieve and how she wasn't like going to pretend to be best friends with her. She's just like, we're just not going to get along.
Yeah.
But anyway, Marianne was like, Jonathan has changed so much. So we do have to like give him his flowers of like he used to not be able to do any puzzles at all. And then he like wins a really big immunity challenge on a puzzle.
Yeah.
And she was like, I watched him have strategic conversations and he's like, I think we should do this, but what do you think? Like to his alliance member? Because he would never say that.
Yeah.
Ever in
Yeah.
his season. He would be like, you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, he has changed so much. It's just, she said that the problem he had, which I think is very true, is he had good relationships with people he was working with, but it's like everyone else was irrelevant to him.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a relationship with them. And so then when it came to Final Tribal, he was unable to like turn his moves into votes because they were just like, you don't like us or know us and you didn't care really to get to know us. And if we were working together, Dee, you like intentionally pissed me off, like as a move. Like,
Yeah.
why am I gonna like you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so his like, he does not understand how to be likable and chill,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Those are pretty much my thoughts on Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you make a really good point because I was thinking the same thing that like Aubrey played a new era game like to the T, where she was very under the radar, kept her threat level down, kept the door open with everybody, and we've seen that work out very, very well for a lot of new era winners. You mentioned Kenzie. I think Rachel would probably fit in there as
definitely.
well. You know, I think
Gabler?
Gabler definitely fits in there. I think you could make the argument that like Marianne kind of fits in there, came alive at the very
100%.
end. So yeah, not necessarily the most exciting gameplay, but I think I agree with Aubrey that it was the game that she had to play and good ending for her story. Something else I was going to say too that you mentioned is while I maybe have feelings about the way that like the edit was as a whole, another positive that I want to give for 50 is that I do feel like they did a pretty good job at like showing us the evolution and the growth of a lot of these players.
100%.
Not everybody, but like, you know, you mentioned Jonathan had a transformation already. Ozzy is probably like another huge.
huge.
I never thought I'd be rooting for him
Huge.
and was rooting for him so hard. Loved seeing more of Suri again. The updates
Tiffany.
to, Tiffany, getting to see more of her. Devon's like, I'm leaving this season kind of liking him, and I hated like with Peace and Love as a reality television contestant, not as a person. Like hated Devon's going into the season, could not stand him.
He was annoying. Yeah.
And like I honestly am walking away being like, I kind of like him, and if he played again, I wouldn't really be pissed off. Like
No.
so fun to see Christian play this very strategically cutthroat game, getting to see Emily play again. Like, you know, even people like you mentioned, like so fun to see Colby again. Like we didn't get to see a ton of him, but like loved that his journey in Survivor is ending with him saying like find the joy, because he was just so miserable on Heroes versus Villains. So it was fun.
So sad.
Like even like this Charlie thing, I don't think Charlie's time on Survivor's done. I'm pretty sure he'll play again, but like it was fun to kind of see how his stumbling block the first time he played like continued to, so not everybody, you know, gets the same amount of love in the edit, but that's one thing I really enjoyed is I think they did a pretty good job at showing us how a lot of these players had grown, transformed, learned from their game.
Yes.
And that made it really, really fun to watch for sure.
100%. Did you see the post also after the finale of like how players' perception has changed from the audience after this season?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Where it's like showing how
where
much
is
they
this?
love like neutral or hate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where like
No, that's not it.
our algorithms are like the exact same.
Oh
We're seeing
yeah,
all the
I'm
same
sure.
Survivor posts.
Dang it, I was so curious to chat about that because
I think if you just search like Survivor 50 popularity poll, it'll show up.
yeah, we'll have to maybe let's find it really quick.
I think that's I don't know if that's the account name, but that's where
Oh
it'll
my goodness.
show up.
Cuz it was a little shocking, some of them.
Here we go.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will you send that to me?
Yeah, I will. I'll send it to you.
Just so we can both be looking at it?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So this post that Alicia's going to talk about is this Instagram account
There it
that
is,
is essentially doing like polls of player popularity every single week, and then kind of showing like how it was post finale.
Yeah. So it's like so much love for Suri, Rick, and Christian and Kyle after that.
Yeah.
So much love for Kyle,
Yeah.
which is great. Stephanie's all the way down at the bottom with Chrissy and Joe and Jonathan and Coach.
that whole honor and integrity alliance is down
They're
there
like,
at the bottom. Yeah.
yeah, so funny.
Except for Colby. Colby stayed pretty high.
And that's another thing about Colby that I'm just like, oh, I wish we would have seen his game more because he had changed a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
I
I
was
think
so excited to see
he
where
was
he was
very
gonna take it.
mentally prepared to just play different, and he was.
Yes.
Like he was playing different, and that was exciting. So I'm like, will we get to see him again? No, but whatever. Season 50 post finale popularity results. It's like comparing their preseason versus postseason score changes.
Correct.
So the one whose score changed the most positively was Rick Devens. So I think like so many people relate, and I think he's actually going to be a big part of the Open era.
Yeah.
At least if it's not Rick Devens, it's like what Rick Devens stands for.
Yes.
And like the Rick Devens style of play, which we can talk about in a little bit. And then Ozzy, which is great. I think he needs that. Send him love. I don't know if he's well. Tiffany and Colby are right up there. Anyway, but this one surprised me just a little bit. The one that had the most negative impact on their popularity results was Chrissy.
Yeah.
And I guess it shouldn't surprise me a ton because of how we felt about her. I guess it just like really reflects in what the audience thinks too. But she was just so unlikable, but she really wasn't visible like most of the time.
She had a very small edit, and I think another thing that, because the people that vote in this kind of poll are like
the mega
fans.
Reddit,
and
deep.
Yes. And I think that there's a lot of people, myself included, that part of the reason that they stand Chrissy so hard is that she, maybe more than anybody, was like screwed out of a win.
Yeah.
With like a bullshit twist sprung on her at the last second,
Yeah.
like complete rigor
She really was.
Yes. Would Devin Pinto maybe have won? We really don't know. A Devin, Ryan, Chrissy final tribal is genuinely up in the air, I think. So I think that's why a lot of people were like, love Chrissy. Can't wait to see her play again because she got robbed. And then this time she played like it was a lot more quiet. Really just like hitched her wagon to some really unlikable people. I don't necessarily know if Chrissy was like the most unlikable, but like when you're in an alliance with like Coach, Stephanie, Jonathan, like that's already like pretty rough.
Yeah, that's rough going there.
I think there was a lot of people also that like were really, really disappointed at the fact that she seemed to not really be interested in hearing other stuff at Final Tribal. Like she did say like, can you explain that for me?
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I don't want to make any things because I wasn't at Final Tribal, but it just seemed like Chrissy and Stephanie both seemed to not really care what was being said about Aubrey's game and just kind of wanted to like stand Jonathan and have it be done. So
which is whatever. I think the other hard thing with Chrissy too, while she was robbed and she was fierce in her season, and it was so fun to watch like an older woman. She wasn't old, but like an older,
like in her late 30s, early 40s, like dominating the challenges.
The physical
she won
game.
like 4 immunities.
Yeah, she was so cool to watch.
Yeah.
And I think like in the edit, from what I remember, it was like, is she really that unlikable? Because people are just like, we don't like her or whatever. I think what was hard is that in this season it felt like confirmed. You know, it's like, oh shoot, maybe like they were right. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, poor Chrissy. I don't think we'll ever see her again.
I don't think so.
I don't think
her
we
time
will.
on Survivor's done. I think.
Do you think we'll see Joe?
Well, I was gonna say if we went through the list again of like people like on this season, I would say I think almost certainly we're gonna see Rick again.
Oh yeah.
I'm just looking at this popularity poll to do the order. Ozzy's done. We're definitely seeing Tiffany again.
Yes.
Colby, no. Kyle is a maybe.
I think we'll see Kyle again.
I think we could see him again. I think we could see Rizzo again. I think we could maybe see D again.
Yeah, I think so.
We could see Q again.
Yes, I hope so.
Suri is a no.
No.
Camilla is a yes.
I hope so, yes.
Savannah is probably a yes.
Yeah.
I think Aubrey's a no.
Yeah.
I think Christian's a no.
Yeah.
I think Mike White is a no.
Yeah.
I think Charlie, Genevieve, and Jonathan are probably a yes. We're not going to see Jenna again. Emily has said absolutely not, like I'm done. So I think she's a no. And I don't think we're going to see Joe, Stephanie, Angelina, Coach, or Chrissy either. I don't think any of those people were seeing.
Joe said in his exit press that he would 1000% do it again.
Yes, he would do it again.
Will he be invited
Will
back?
he be asked?
Right.
I do not
Did we have this conversation where some players have the audacity to be like, I'll be back?
Oh, yeah. We brought that up last time where I was like, I hate when... Because Jonathan at the finale was like, 3rd time's the charm.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God. I think that we may see Jonathan again.
Where was he at on the
Popularity
He
poll.
was on the negative.
Yes, but the overall change was only -4%,
Oh,
which
so
I
not
think
a
that
lot.
means that he started low
For sure.
and then it only went down a little bit. Whereas somebody like
Interesting.
Rick, he seems like he started lowish.
And then it was
and
like,
went
we
way
love.
up. Yeah. Same with Cerise.
Interesting.
Cerise is only 5%, but that's because I think Cerise was like the most beloved player going
Oh,
into
yeah.
this season.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think there's another slide where it's just like who had the most like love.
Yes,
It's Suri.
absolutely.
You know, everyone
Yeah.
loves Suri. I love Suri.
Love her.
She's so wonderful.
Yeah. One thing I was gonna say, if we're talking about things that we maybe didn't enjoy as much, is I agree with what you said earlier that there were some honestly pretty fun twists this
Yeah,
season.
there were some good ones. Let's talk about the fun ones.
Well, so I also
the not
liked.
fun. Which one
Well,
did you
I was
wanna do
gonna. Well,
first?
we can talk about them both. I also liked Double Duo.
Love.
I like that. It's a bad name.
Yeah.
Like they need to call it something. Double Duo is a very bad name for that. It needs to be called like Twisted Fates or like Connected Fates or I don't know. Like Double Duo is just like you're saying double twice.
Yeah.
Like
It's just redundant.
anyway.
Yeah.
That was fun though.
It should be double duo pairs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like that's the same thing,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I liked that. I did enjoy that. I thought it was a
I loved
fun
that
way that
too.
the game got shaken up.
And it's fun because it's like, well, what if is it gonna be this duo twist where we like
Yes.
get voted out as a pair?
You know,
or is
yeah.
it like we want to be strong together? Is it something you
Yes.
do want to align with? It's just like,
Well, and like now that we've seen it, it'll be really interesting to see if they do it again.
yes,
If people adopt what I think will happen is that you pair up with somebody that's not in your alliance.
yeah.
Because that protected a lot of those pairs. A lot of those pairs that had split alliances. You saw the only people that really got targeted
Yeah.
were Aubrey and Devins because they were together and Coach and Chrissy because they were together. Chrissy tried to get it on Rizzo and nobody was having that. So it'll be interesting to see in the future if players try to game it and are like, oh,
Yep.
I am not working with person A, you're my partner because now we're not going home. There's no way that your alliance is going to vote you out if I'm with you.
If I'm with you, for sure. I also think it could be played differently if you have an idol.
For sure.
And it's like
Pair up
if
with
you
someone
feel
now
like
you can protect them both.
yes, it's
Be
like
"We're
if you
both
feel
on
like
the
you're in
bottom."
trouble,
Yep.
Rizzo and Savannah,
Yeah.
in 49, they would be like, we're together, idol, we're both safe.
Yeah.
Like, sorry guys, you're gonna have to cannibalize
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
And maybe like then Sophie B would have been in trouble or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting if people will play idols to keep each other safe.
Yeah.
If they end up with an alliance member, because as we saw, like that is sketchy if you end up together. So maybe people will intentionally try and get their alliance members to go together. But what if like they don't know they have an idol? Like that would be so exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it's popularity, and then it's like who has a good read on the popularity and
Yeah.
who. Anyway, it's just gonna
Yeah.
be exciting
For sure.
And if people will be willing to burn like major alliance members and be like, nah, they're
Yeah.
kind of worth it to get out.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know.
Someone that's like on the bottom of the alliance, we can get another big threat out, so we just send them home. Yeah, for sure.
And I think it was such a good twist because it allows the players to play. Like it doesn't necessarily
Just let them play, Jeff.
super screw up anything.
Yeah.
Like it just made it tricky.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh wow, we really have to like think through this and play this differently. And we were really lucky that Coach and Chrissy were together.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Devins and Aubrey could have gone, I
Yeah.
guess. I just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so it's just a twist that doesn't like ruin everything.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure. I think that's something that I've said a lot about the new era and will continue to say in the open era is that like Survivor is at its best when you let the players play. So I'm not necessarily opposed to like new twists or in like interesting twists, but I would want them to be like what are twists that make the players play versus what like limit their options. So
Right.
like journeys are here to stay. I would love for journeys to turn into less of the like Mario Party. You're gonna
If we
gamble
see them
with your
just
vote.
playing Jenga
But,
in
like,
the woods,
I mean, even if it's Jenga in the woods, like, could we have it be like whoever wins the journey gets a clue to the idol? Or if you don't do this puzzle in time, your punishment is that you like or have a disadvantage in the immunity challenge or something. Like, I just feel like taking away people's votes makes it's so much less interesting because that's what makes it fun is that people can play and everybody has a vote. The other twist that I was going to bring up, it was a new twist we saw that's on the other side of the spectrum where I'm like, in its current form, I didn't like it, is the blood moon twist.
Yeah.
I really think if Jeff wanted to be iconic, most memorable, bloodshed, blah, blah, like, it should have been 17 people go to tribal
1000%.
and you vote out 3 people in a row. Or it could have even been like, everybody casts a vote and the top 3 vote getters go home. Like, just imagine the chaos and pandemonium. Like, how fun would it have been to watch? Like, either 3 people go back to back to back. Like, imagine like Ozzy has an idol and he's like, oh, it's going to go this way. And then the first vote, like, what if, like, for example, like, Suri goes home.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit, like I'm probably getting voted out next. Like, and then plays his idol for the next one.
Yeah.
Or like if you play an idol at the first one, are you safe the whole tribal? Would it make everybody just play their idol? Like it would have been so fun. So, but the fact that it was like, we're just doing 3 split tribals and the outcome for 2 of them was already determined based on the way they were divided. Like Genevieve was going home for sure. And Colby was going home for sure. So the only one was apparently Camilla was going home for sure, but the audience didn't know what Jonathan was going to do.
No.
So if they decide to do any kind of more than one person goes home thing, just do it all at once. Have everybody go and have multiple people leave in the same tribal. I think that would be way more fun than just splitting them up again.
I agree. And I am team no more split tribals.
Yeah.
I am just in that camp.
They're a little bit corny and played out at
they
this point.
are. They've really are.
They've been doing them like once a season. Like, I know 34, I think, is the first time they ever did one like that. Is that right? 34, they have the tribal where 2 tribes go to tribal, but only one person gets voted out, and it's where JT gets Malcolm voted out. But I want to say, I feel like Game Changers was also the first time that there was a split tribal after the merge. Let me look that up.
Let's fact check.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Okay. We looked it up. It was Ghost Island season 36. So I was thinking in Game Changers, 2 tribes went to tribal, 1 person got voted out. Ghost Island was the first split. And I feel like they've basically done it every season after that, except for they didn't do it at Winners at War. Right?
No,
they didn't do it in Winners at War. I don't think that they did do it in Island of the Idols.
I hated that season.
I don't think they do it in Edge of Extinction. And I don't think they did it in David versus Goliath. So they did it in 36, 39, and then they've done it every season. Like 41 on. They've done a split tribal every season.
Like there have been exciting things to come from a split tribal.
I don't think that's true either. I don't think they did one on 45.
Really?
They didn't.
We can look it up really quick.
They didn't. I know they didn't.
Okay.
They didn't.
I love the confidence.
I don't think they did. I'm
think
almost positive they didn't.
I don't know.
They didn't. 45 split tribal.
I love the confidence. Because I feel like they did, and the re before somehow got kept together. But I don't know.
Nope.
No.
Oh, it says they did. What? Hold on now. I don't remember this at all. History. Here we go. Oh, they apparently also didn't do one on... Okay, so whatever.
Okay.
This whole segment's been a mess. So let me just set the record straight. The first season they did it was Ghost Island.
Okay.
Then they did it on Island of the Idols, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, 48. They technically did it on 49 because remember when Savannah wins immunity? They did. But the other group doesn't send anybody home. So it was a split tribal where only half the tribe was there. I
still think that counts.
It would count, but I think the Survivor Wiki is counting it as like two groups go to tribal.
No. Okay. Yeah, I see what it's saying.
Yeah. So on 45...
Because I thought I remember on 45, the re before end up going together.
You're right. It's the reason I'm misremembering is because they do it like right after they merge. Because they do it where they merge Caleb hits his shot in the dark and stays.
Oh,
then they
that's
immediately do the split
right.
tribal, and Sifu goes home in the first one, and then Caleb goes home in the second one. That's why I forgot. But
Oh,
they
Sifu.
didn't do it on 47. 49 was like a half C. I'm gagged that they didn't do it on 44.
Yeah, that's weird.
I feel like I vividly remember them doing it on 44 because wasn't there a group where Franny wins immunity? They totally did
Oh.
it. They totally did it on 44.
Maybe they did a thing similar to
Maybe. Let's
47
look at this
or
because
whatever.
now I need to know.
Maybe they did something similar where it's like only one person went home in one group.
Final 11 where the merged. Oh, that's right. Okay. So it was only one person went home. But remember, this tribal is the one where the group that's not at tribal was like sitting on the jury watching. And Heidi won that advantage that's control of vote, so she could
yes.
choose how someone voted.
Yes.
So we were right
How
in
would
saying
that not count?
they've done some kind of split
Some
tribal
form, yeah.
every season since in the new era.
And I'm over it.
Me too.
I'm over
Me
it
too.
because
Me too.
I think
Why do we keep splitting them after they merge?
Why do we keep
that's
splitting
what
them?
makes it fun.
yeah, it's what makes it exciting and like alliances form and bonds form.
Yes.
So then why just like throw a wrench in it and be like, just kidding, you're all apart. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, I thought we were out of this split
Yes.
group of the
like,
game.
If you're gonna have multiple people, like why not just do have it while they're in tribes still?
Yeah.
Shuffle the tribes for one more tribal.
Or do like
split
back to
them up
back
and then come back
votes
to the
again.
merge. Yeah,
like if you need to boot that many people, or instead of doing a split tribal where you need two people to go home, do the duo thing.
Yeah.
You know, like just something like that, because I am certainly over it. I think it just screws with the numbers too much. And I
Yeah.
just, as someone who loves the social game and the
Yeah.
social dynamics, I feel like that could really screw someone, and it almost screwed Sari
Yes.
this season.
And thank God it didn't.
And she was like the most dominant player.
Yeah.
And I feel like she would have been okay if it were not split. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And we can get back to advantages too, but it just makes me think of this thing that Jeff said post season where he was like, Survivor is just impossible to win. Did you see this interview? He like talks about how the game is impossible to win and there's like so many variables and there's so much luck and this and that. And it makes me think that they really do want to like breed more Rick Devens type of players.
Oh, 100%.
And Marianne talked about this as well in the interview. And her interview is so long, so I'm giving you all the best parts of it. But it's still worth the watch because she's incredible. Anyway, she talks about how in evolution, like in medical school, she talks about like, okay, if you're trying to evolve this one certain like immunity towards something, you try and like force it to happen, but then sometimes you'll get this weird like byproduct because you were trying to force something, you know? I can't think of like a good example. It's like if you're trying to make super like big carrots, it's like carrots are too small. We want them to be big. So you like put all this pressure on the environment and whatever to make sure that you get big carrots. But then also as a byproduct, somehow they turn out a different color or they like taste a little bit different, but they're bigger, which is what you wanted, I guess. And so she's basically saying, I think Jeff is wanting to create all of these conditions where players have to play with so much luck and they have to swing big because Survivor is impossible to win anyway. And it's just like, that takes out so much of the strategy for me. Like, I feel like it suffocates it when you do try and throw in so many of the Mario Party things we've talked
Yes.
about, because it's like, oh, wasn't
Well-
that so lucky and crazy?
And that's the byproduct is
Exactly.
the more shit that they've thrown at the wall, the more that people have realized that the way you win Survivor is you're super low
Invisible.
key.
Yeah.
You are friends with everybody.
Totally.
You have your door open to everybody, and you do not make any kind of big moves or become a big target until like the final 6, and then it's too
Exactly.
late to get you out. Like, and even sometimes that doesn't work because that's kind
Yeah.
of what Jesse did on 43, and then he still lost.
Yes,
So
so-
the byproduct of them adding like forced fire making and this and that, like that's how we got. And I'm not talking shit on Aubrey, but that's how we get winners like Aubrey, because
Yeah.
she's like, if I am like Devens, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. And Erica and Marianne and yeah, it's
And
just
Kenzie.
and Rachel.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think he wants more Devins. He wants more Christian. He wants more, even like Savannah. She's someone that had to play really big, but
Yeah.
it was just the position she found herself in. And I think it's also going to really hurt the game, like I just said, socially and strategically. But then also, what's going to be interesting to me is I think they're going to want players to play really big, but I
Yeah.
think people are actually going to play more scared.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
maybe, maybe not.
You might get more players that are inspired by Devins. I saw that Rob mentioned that of like, I think that's something we're gonna see more of is like more players playing like Devins. But I think if you're going out and trying to win Survivor, unless you are one of a kind like a Tony who can play like that and win,
Yeah.
I think we're going to continue to see, especially at the pace the game goes. I think that's something else that doesn't get talked about in the new era is the fact that it's only 26 days. You have way less time to make these connections. I think that we're going to see a continuation of chill,
Yeah.
low-key, social
through.
gameplay. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. And I thought that was such a good take by Marianne.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is what they're trying to create. They're trying to create like big, exciting coin toss moments that are high stakes, high risk, high reward. And people are just going to be like jumping at it. And it's like, wow, that's so cool. And this and that. But it's like, wait, that actually, I don't think it's going to work.
And like,
But maybe, I don't know.
we've mentioned this on the pod before, but like how many of the greatest moments of Survivor happen just because they like let players play?
All of the greatest moments,
Like,
right?
So
I would say all, because I wouldn't even put the Mr. Beast coin toss in one of the greatest moments of all time.
Oh, no.
Like, I think it was cool.
yeah, it was
And it
definitely
was like,
fun.
oh,
and
that
like
was
a
like
highlight.
exciting.
It was a highlight of 50 for sure, but that's more talking about like the state of modern Survivor than it is about like it being like a super amazing, iconic
Because
thing.
it's like, even if we think about the most exciting moments from this season or the best moments from this season, it's like, you know, Christian and Devins like planting the idol at Tribal. And that's something they just, and granted, a lot of that is Rick Devins, and there's only one Rick Devins, but I think there's so many people that do want to have fun and play like that. Rizzo is someone who thinks like that and plays like that. It was Christian, like figuring out the votes to get out Angelina or to get out Mike.
Yeah.
Like that was so exciting. And that's just the people playing.
Yeah.
It's like Cirie having to use her extra vote and read that, like, and she, and whatever you could say, it's like, oh, the split tribal made that happen. No, Cirie like made that happen. That would have happened just down the line. You just forced her to do it then and screwed her over. But anyway, it's like the people playing that make it so fascinating.
Yeah.
And I am just like, I don't know. I just am curious how players are going to respond. Because if I'm a player, I want to go out and win. Like, I'm not going out there to make good television. Like, I would. But I am going to try and win the money.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if, like, people see me on one episode. They're like, oh, that was so cool that she tried to do that. And now she doesn't have $1 million. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, if anything, it sounds like the open era they're leaning more into that.
Yes.
Which, you know, we'll have to see how it pans out. But obviously we'll talk about that when we get to it. Yeah, if we're talking about 50, I think that like agree with you that I think that you can make good TV without having to play like Rick Devins.
Absolutely.
But it can be, you know, if the producers are telling you that, like, and asking you questions like that in your confessional and maybe like trying to influence the way that players think and do and like the people that they're casting, like I don't know, it'll be really interesting to see if maybe if isn't the right word, like how much of that energy carries over. Because 50 did have some memorable moments. And I think it's like sometimes like almost in spite of itself, it had memorable moments because like the challenges were all challenges that we've seen either
Most
a million
of them.
times before or
Yeah.
like variations of what we've seen before. You know, we saw a lot of, you know, gimmicky kind of advantages that don't pan out or play out
The
in
Billie
any way.
Eilish Boomerang Idols need
Flop.
to go die.
Yeah. Boomerang Idols were a flop. Even if Christian won the one in the vote, one in the urn,
Oh my gosh.
Jimmy Fallon,
Don't
blah
even get
blah
me
blah,
started.
like kind of a flop. Like
Major flop.
Savannah won a steal a vote. Is that what she won? And then Stephanie got it
can't
later,
even
and they
remember.
both like.
Yeah.
It's just like people rarely
she won,
use
yeah.
their advantages well, and so I'm like, I think that it would be nice to see maybe survivors strip back some of that emphasis on like, let's just throw as much as we can at the game and see what happens, and instead just lean into like, how do we put together like a really compelling cast and just watch them play, like
Yeah.
Cagayan, like David versus Goliath, like Ko-Rong, and even David versus Goliath. Like, yes, they had immunity idols, they had extra votes, they had idol nullifiers, but
Pearl
like,
Islands.
yeah, like I don't know, I
yeah.
don't know. I think
No,
that like
100%.
themes are like, you want to talk about the theme in the hands of the fans, like flop, girl. Like, yes, did our votes impact the game? Yes, but like almost none of it in like tangible ways.
Yeah, no.
Like, because even if we didn't vote, I'm like, even if they didn't have a fan vote, would anything have been different? Like, I think the season would have been exactly
Better.
the same. I think they
Maybe.
they would have done fire making for sure. I think they 100% would have done Samotion
They
as the
wouldn't-
final immunity.
They wouldn't have gotten their rice or supplies.
Exactly. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, I don't even feel like the fan voting mattered because every decision that was made, I think, is exactly what they would have done if the fan
Yeah.
vote wasn't there. So, like, season 50, that being the theme, the first season we've had a theme since, like, Winners at War. Like, that was kind of a flop for me, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's not even shade at the fans. Like, vote for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying more of, like, kind of a lame theme when
Yeah.
it didn't really seem like anything we voted for mattered, because I guarantee you the
It
producers
would've-
would have picked all the things that got voted.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there could have been just more exciting,
Yeah,
impactful things to vote on.
definitely.
I don't know. I do agree that it was a flop. And
Yeah.
I get the idea, but even like when you're doing season 50, like one of the biggest seasons, like you want to make something so epic. Like it could have been,
Yeah.
I don't know, like celebrating the icons or
Like,
something like
why didn't we get to vote on, like, wouldn't it have been so cool if it's a celebration of all the seasons, like, give us a list of immunity challenges to vote on. Like, you get 3 votes, and the top 3 votes, like, we will recreate old
Cool.
immunity challenges.
Cool.
Or, like,
I-
vote on, like, your favorite twists. Like, what were the twists that you want to see? Like, granted, like, well, maybe they just don't list something they don't want. So, like, they can't list Edge of Extinction. Fine. That's not in it. Or Redemption Island. But, like, oh, people want to see, the bottle twist from Cook Islands. Or people want to see, like, I feel like that would have been, or even, like, why not a fan vote on, like, who played? They've already done that before. Even, you could even
they
pull,
did.
this is like a way throwback for Big Brother All-Stars. The first time they did All-Stars, the audience voted for half the cast and the producers picked half. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, if there was like 12 people that the producers were like, we for sure want you on, and we're not sure if the fans will vote for you.
Yeah,
Like,
so we
the
got
fans
you.
probably would not have voted for, like,
Tiffany.
Tiffany or, Angelina or, I don't know, Aubrey.
Jenna?
Like, yeah, Jenna. Like, I don't know. I don't know who they would have voted for. But, like, wouldn't that have been cool
That
if
would
they
have been
narrowed
way
it down to,
cool.
like, 50 contestants and we voted on who played?
That would have been
Like, I feel like that
so
would have been way
cool.
more fun. And they've already done it. And it was a great season.
Yeah, so bring it back. Like people would happily do that again.
I just feel like that would have been, if it really was like in the hands of the fans, what better way to celebrate the 50 seasons of Survivor with the fans by having them vote on things that like actually mattered.
Impact, yeah.
And I understand that they weren't going to do that because the producers are like, well, we can't give control over everything, but like, voting on things like challenges or twists or, like how people
Buff
find
colors.
like
I'm
how
kidding.
people find idols. Like, is it a Beware advantage? Is it Exile Island? Is it like, oh, you lose the immunity challenge, you swap people and they have to get the clue, like in China? Like, that would have been
loved
way
that.
more fun.
I
That would have been
loved
way
that.
more fun than what we got. It's like, vote on the colors of the tribes, vote on the immunity necklace, vote
What would
on.
have been cool is like, because season 50 was the celebration of everything that is Survivor, I don't know what they would have named it, but like recreating like iconic twists or things just from the past 50 seasons.
Yes.
So it's like bring back, the most iconic challenges. Like China when they were in the was it China when they were in the cave or whatever for one of those immunity challenges and they just had to stand there like this? And they've done them before. But like they had to hold up these things.
They've done challenge.
And it was like a form of Chinese torture or something.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Oh,
I remember the one where they're sitting on the dragon.
Yes.
That
oh
one's
my gosh.
fierce.
That one's so
That's what
cool.
I'm saying. Like, imagine if they did that, or like one episode, it's like, oh, like it's Cook Islands themed, because like you
Remind
look
me
at
of
like
the bottle twist.
the bottle twist is they go to tribal and then they open this bottle and it literally says like you just voted out one person, you must
have
now
to do
vote
it
out
again.
one more.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Duh.
Like,
don't do that. Don't do the blood moon.
Like
do
imagine
that.
like if it's like, oh, here's the cast of 50. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, you pull things from like the seasons that the people are on. So like from the very first season, Jenna, it's like you could do the callback of like, oh, the final immunity challenge is hands on the idol. And it's whoever takes their hand off last.
I would love to see that.
And then you've got Colby from Australia. And it's like, oh, what we're going to do from Australia is, you know, Australia was 42 days instead of 39 days. So we'll do like a time warp thing or like, I don't know, like that just would have been way cooler than what we got.
Yeah.
It was such a bummer to finally have a season with a theme. And then it was just like
flop. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we're going to vote on
theme
things.
was a
You're going
flop.
to vote on things that don't matter. The producers picked who they wanted on the cast. And there's quite a few people that I was like, really? Like, I don't know. So I don't know, but I'm not in charge of
I
Survivor.
agree.
So whatever.
We're not in charge. We should be. Just kidding.
Yeah. So from
That
what
would've been cool.
what I've heard so far is that we feel pretty positive overall.
Yeah.
At I would say the cast as a whole.
Did you know Aubrey was cut from the cast?
And then re-added.
And then re-added?
I didn't know this.
Yeah. They had cut her.
Wow.
I can't remember because someone was like, we want you to clarify, were you like an alternate? Or she was like, no, I was never an alternate. I was cut.
And then they brought her back.
And then they brought her back.
Well, it's
Anyway.
probably because for a while, like, I remember there being on like the Survivor subreddit, people were, because there was always people talking about casting. For a while, they were kind of going in one direction, and then it seemed like Paramount as a company got involved and were like, we want big names. Like, we want to make this season like an event, which is why we ended up getting people like Colby and Steph and Suri and Ozzy and Aubrey, like people that had played a ton of times.
Okay.
Because for a while, like, I remember there were some names in the mix that were like
It's the throwbacks.
kind of out there, but yeah, it was like way cool. Like Rob Sesternino, who
we
is huge
would've
among super fans, but
died.
like the casuals don't remember him. Like
Yeah.
they just don't.
They're like, who?
Elizabeth Hasselbeck was in the mix for a
Oh
while.
my gosh, yeah.
Say
Liza.
from 48 was apparently in the mix. Amanda Kimmel was in the mix. Jerry, Abby Maria, like for a while it seemed like they were kind of going more towards just like Survivor, like Ozzy and Steph and whatever.
That
They're
actually
Survivor.
breaks my
They're
heart.
Survivor icons too, but it seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was very intentional of like, oh, we're gonna cast people that like. Basically, it's like it seems like at some point it pivoted to like, who do casual viewers of Survivor really love, where they stopped watching the show and this would make them watch again.
Is Survivor struggling that bad?
Well, here's the thing, Alicia, is all of TV except for sports is bleeding viewers because people watch on streaming now.
Yeah.
Okay. However, even with viewership going way, way down over the years, Survivor consistently is the #1 show in its time slot.
Oh, it's so good.
So it's still doing really well, especially in comparison to everything else. Season 50 actually is the most watched season since Winners at War. So
Wow.
it definitely
Yeah,
paid
yeah.
off in terms of getting people to watch again. So obviously they were right. Like the casting decisions they made helped the show continue to grow. But to your point, when saying, oh, Aubrey got cut and then she was back, I think it's because there was this pivot of like, no, we need to go to like
need big names.
faces and names that people know. And that's why almost everybody on this season is somebody that the casual audience probably loved and remembered. And then you also had like Angelina and
Right.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
who I don't think the average person is going to remember.
We would have
Yeah.
voted for Angelina to come back. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought my nose was bleeding for a second. That's so interesting to think about. And where is that season? I mean, let's still make that one happen where we get to
Oh,
see Abby Maria
well,
and
one thing that Jeff says is he said in an interview that we should expect to see returning players
Again
sooner.
soon. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, give me like the people cut from 50. Like imagine if
Yeah.
the starting cast is just the people that got cut from 50. And you've got Rob C, Jerry, Abby, Amanda Kimmel, like already.
Yeah. So good.
Like, and then you can bring in like Jessie Lopez and Carolyn and call Shan. I don't care if you don't like Shan or if you don't call her, get her on the TV. She was great TV. Shan, if you don't want to play Survivor, I'm begging you to
Suck it up
reconsider.
and do
because
it.
you were amazing television. We
was.
need villains on Survivor, and you weren't even like mean or unlikable. You just were villainous, and that's what we need.
And that's great.
Yeah, like
We love you.
I want her on the TV again.
Yeah, me too. I would love to see that. And I think, yeah, what I was saying earlier too is I just loved seeing old players back.
Yeah.
Like I loved seeing returning players. And I'm not even saying old like before before 40 old.
Just like seeing
seeing-
people come back and play again.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
There's
It's so
many
fun.
there's so many stories that are unfinished. The rest is still unwritten. Natasha Bedingfield girl. That should be the theme.
That should be.
Survivor 52 unwritten.
Unwritten. Please.
And it's all the people that have to come back and like finish their story out.
Oh, please. That would be great.
Absolutely.
That would be
we
great.
could bring back some crazy throwbacks for that one.
That would be so much
yeah,
fun.
absolutely.
I vote we do it.
Yeah.
I want to see
All winners too. All winners too.
yeah.
Bring back all the people that weren't all winners at war. All winners too.
That would be
I
crazy.
don't know if
Todd?
I don't know if they'll ever. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if
I
they'll ever do
know.
another all winner season, but like
They might.
they have enough people that like that weren't on the first one to like do another one now.
And I would love, like, all of the winners from New Era, I would love to see again. Like, I really would.
Yeah. The other thing I was gonna say too,
Even you, Alec
like
Gabler.
if we're talking about 50, as you know, the encapsulation of the new era and how we feel about it, like women did so well in the new era.
Oh, they devoured.
It's 7-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which still, you know what's crazy, is still lower
Than
than
men.
well, it's still lower than the stretch from 31 to 40 because that was 8-2. You just had Michelle and Sarah, and then it was
Wow.
all boys after that.
That's
Well,
crazy.
in between and every. But so like yeah, women did really well in the new era, but then it's like God, you look at the 30s and it's
And
like,
it's like, ooh,
men did even better than women did in the
Yeah.
new era. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
kinda
so
wild.
interesting.
I think
and I
that-
also wonder if it speaks to, like, the type of gameplay that exists in the new
it
era.
absolutely
Yeah,
does.
just being able to be under the radar
It
and to
absolutely
be like
does.
underestimated and on the outskirts
Yeah.
and being able to like squeak by, but then it's like, oh shoot, she was actually strategizing and thinking the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a smart woman. The last thing I'll say that Marianne said, I know it's so annoying.
that's okay, let's
because
hear
it
it.
just made me think about this.
Yeah.
Doody-doo. So she was saying she thought about this so much in quarantine leading up to her season, where she's like, the ideal position to be in when you're in the final 8 is 6th.
Yes.
In the pecking order.
Yeah. I feel like
and
she
then-
talked about this when she won too.
Yeah.
I remember her talking about this.
Yeah, she did. Because then she said it sets you up in a good position because when you get to the final 6, like you still have room. If you're at the bottom, it's like the best place to be because you still have game ahead of you to like put yourself on top by the end, but you're also still fairly invisible. So she said you should have 2 threats, 2 people you think you can beat, and like 1 ally.
Yeah.
And that's like the ideal position to be in. And I'm like, she's so freaking smart because that's exactly where she was.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you definitely want people ahead of you.
Yeah.
And then you want 1 ally and then a couple or maybe one that's like, okay, I can beat that person.
Yeah.
Like I want to take you to the end. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's so genius. But I think so many people have too big of the ego to do it. So maybe it's like girls that are used to being kind of invisible
Yeah.
to like do it. And they're so smart and sneaky. The tricky thing is, I was thinking about this, and maybe this is like ego, maybe it's self-awareness. I think if I were to go on Survivor, it would be hard to play invisible. Call it what it is. I don't
Yeah.
know. But it's hard for a person like me or like Savannah to like go in and play invisible when you're like outspoken and you're athletic and you're cute. Like these are just things that I've observed through my life.
Yeah.
But it's like when I went and played in the LRG in Maine, Well, I didn't even know anyone, and everyone has like pre-existing relationships. And a few of them told me like the second you walked in, it was just like, we have to get her out.
Wow.
Because you were like smiling and happy and like looking at people and you're just like intimidating a little bit and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, so how is someone like that, or like Jonathan, who is just like so obviously not an underdog, supposed to play the new era game that is played that way? You know?
Yeah.
It just like sets it up in a really sneaky way where a certain type of person can sneak through. And I think obviously there are still people who are outliers in that way, being like Savannah or Dee. Even maybe Kyle, but Kyle in his own way was hiding behind like Joe and Eva.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, and
Yeah.
she's so incredible and smart and inspiring. But I'm like, I love that idea and that sounds so nice, but I also don't think that that's possible for some people
Yeah.
that are born to stand out.
Yeah. It must be so hard.
That
to
makes
be...
me sound like such a biatch.
No.
Where it's like, I love that, Marianne, but
Be confident. Be confident.
It's just how it is. Like,
that's how you get cast as you're
it's
authentic.
how it is. Yeah. It's like some people just like walk into a room and it's like, I love attention and I love being noticed, and that's been my whole life. You know?
Me at the bar last week.
Girl.
When I was dancing.
Yeah. You got up on that runway.
I would do that on Survivor.
Yes.
I would get on that beach and I would give them a crooked walk and I'd vote them all out.
I love you.
And I would win. I love you too.
Oh, that's so good. Anyway, I think it is very like intuitive of her, and very not intuitive. It's very I can't think of the word. It's a good read. What's like the smart word for that?
Smart?
Yeah. It's very smart, and she's just like very aware of herself and very just like observational of like, okay, this is how you set yourself up in the winning position.
Definitely.
But she also said, I'm curious if you think of this, or if you agree with this. She said that your game pretty much doesn't matter until the final 8. Thoughts? Comments? I disagree, but go ahead. But what do I know? You know?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's that it doesn't matter, but I agree. If the point she's trying to make is that like no matter what kind of game you've played, you can still win, like from the final 8 on, I would say yes. Because I'm like I think that's totally enough time to like change people's perceptions and like get the threats out and stuff like. So yeah, I wouldn't say it doesn't necessarily matter, because you want to like form relationships and have some capital to work with. But yeah, like I think if you were complete, like look at Andy. Like I'm maybe like the biggest Andy stan in the world, but I'm like, you look at Andy, who kind of played like that.
Yeah.
Pretty poorly at the beginning.
He was a mess.
Was seen as like a social pariah and like a, clown and like a goat easily.
Yep.
He kind of woke up at like the final 8, final 7. And if he doesn't blow up his own game to Rachel, like Ozzy did this season to Aubrey.
Oh my gosh, Andy.
And Rachel doesn't idle him out, I'm not saying that he would have won. But I think if he gets to the end with like Sue and Teeny, I think that Andy wins.
Yeah.
And he totally could have done that, because
I think so as well.
Sue and Teeny were in the final 4 already. And it was between Rachel and Sam. So like, obviously Rachel like won all the immunities, so whatever. But like,
I love her.
So I would agree, because he hadn't played really at all. I should say he wasn't playing well up until that point, and then he kind of just like woke up.
And I wonder if it's like
Erica was kind of the same on 41 too.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like before the final 8, the most important thing you can do is be like building the relationships,
and you just want to get there
and just getting there. But what's so hard is like, what if leading up to the final 8, you've put yourself in a position where you're now like such a huge threat? That's where I'm like, it really matters. Yeah. I think what she's saying is like, if you haven't made any moves and if you've played under the radar,
final 8 is where you wake up.
Yeah. You wake up and you like turn it on.
Yeah.
And you can like make a winning case at the final 8.
Yeah.
But what's so tricky is just getting to that point. And that's what makes Survivor so awesome.
Yeah.
So if we make it all... The other thing, too, is, like, if we make it so contingent on luck and coin tosses and this, and that, I feel like the final tribals aren't going to be as compelling.
They've already not been as compelling since we turned the format to just, like, open dialogue about...
Yeah.
everybody talking, which is so ironic because the reason that got invented is because Jeff was mad that Aubrey lost. So now that she won, Jeff, can we go back
change
to
it now, please?
jury questions, please? Those are way more, because that's basically what this was anyway. Like they already just went down the line and let everybody ask a question.
Yeah.
It's like why aren't we like, why not just go back to how it was? And I'm not even trying to be like a boomer about it of like, oh, Survivor was better. I guarantee you that if you ask random people off the street, like, what do they prefer? Do you prefer individual one-on-one questions or like this open dialogue? I don't know. Maybe people are brainwashed at this point, but I'm like, you put them side by side, all the most iconic final tribal moments, none of them are with this open, like, just off the top of my head, the only like iconic
do
final
Trish.
tribal. Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Okay.
But like, if I'm thinking of like iconic final tribal moments in this open dialogue format, literally the only two that come to mind are like Marianne pulling out her extra idol that she didn't need. I do think that was impactful.
Oh, yeah.
And then like, I'm honestly like kind of struggling.
I mean,
after
I just
that.
think like
I guess maybe
D
like
annihilating
I was just about to say
Austin.
D,
Yeah.
D being like, I actually told Julie to do that and I totally knew about it and I lied to him and made him believe it.
Yeah.
Like those are the only two that come to mind. Whereas yeah, you look at like the old questions or the old format. Oh my God, you've got Sue Hawk telling Kelly Wigglesworth that she wouldn't give her a drink of water if she was dying on the side of the road.
Oh my God.
You have Corinne telling Sugar, you are an unemployed, uneducated leech on society. You've got Trish going, I have to like get into the Trish
Yeah.
where she's like, was it worth it for $1 million
Wait, you gotta go
on
from
your
the top.
father's life and memory? It's $1 million question. Yeah, she basically,
She goes,
I'm gonna
"Tony,
butcher it, but she goes like, Tony,
I've got one question.
I've got one question. For $1 million, you played this game, you know, saying that you were gonna, you know, lie, cheat, and steal. I put out your fires for you. You looked at me and you swore on your father's name. I've lost 2 brothers. And that's 2 holes in my heart that'll never get filled. And I would never, ever swear on them. And then he's like, Trish, whenever, and he's like, I don't want to hear an explanation. It's $1 million question. Was it worth it on your father's life and memory? It's $1 million question. Yes. Crazy. Like, what kind of television?
I literally get chills.
It's crazy.
Absolute
You don't get anything like that with this format. I'm over it. Like, I understand that they're obviously not going to change because budget cuts and this and that, but like, my God, can we just have something? Okay, go back to the old format. That doesn't cost any money. That doesn't cost any money. That's a free change that would make the show better. Okay. Themes don't cost money. That doesn't cost money either.
And we're giving this advice for free, believe it or not.
You can make better immunity challenges that are cheap. Bring back like touchy subjects where they're like, who's the most annoying? Who's the biggest poser?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's because Survivor now is way more just about like, it's this fun adventure and everybody comes out here to discover themselves and like whatever. I'm sick of it. It does
classic endurance challenges where they're in excruciating pain, but it's like, who's got it?
They don't do those anymore because they
went too long.
Yes, because they're on a 26-day schedule now. They're like, they can't afford to move the schedule anymore already. Like with 39 days,
they had all the time in the world.
They had off days. So if a challenge runs really, 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 really long, they can just be like, you're going to tribal tomorrow.
I mean, but they could still make the endurance, this makes me sound psycho, but like painful enough that no one can go past, I don't know.
I mean,
like 10 hours?
I don't know. Now this is turning less into like a review of season 50 and more of like,
everything
wrong with Survivor. But maybe we can connect it and say like season 50 maybe highlights, especially because the cast was so fun, highlight some of the things that Survivor really needs to change and adjust. Give us some variety in the challenges. Bring back some old favorites. Bring back themes. Change Final Tribal up. Make it more interesting. Make people like fight for the votes instead of just being like, I just feel like all the answers in this new format always turn into like, I had to make the move that was best for me to put myself in the best position to work with all of you. Whereas like, I felt like you got way more specific, like intense questions and answers when it was one-on-one of like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and yeah, sometimes you got duds.
Right.
But like, that's what I'm saying. All the most iconic Final Tribal moments came
my
from
gosh.
people getting up there and being like, this is my last moment to drag the hell out of these people in front of me.
Was it worth it?
Yes, absolutely.
On your
and you better
father's
believe that's what I would do.
grave.
I'm cast on Survivor. I'm on the jury. I'm like, I know we don't get individual questions anymore, but I'm gonna do one anyway. So I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand in front of you, Jeff, camera, which is my camera, this one, and I'm gonna say, Sam, Sally, Billy, I've got one question for you, and it's $1 million question. If I give you the money, would you agree to get your vocal cords removed? Which is a
was
real
it, that one
question that
again?
somebody, Corinne asked that to
Corinne,
Susie.
yeah.
Jesusita Smith.
That is wild.
Whenever when we talk about winners and we talk about Bob Crowley, I'm gonna bring up Susie Smith
Okay.
because I think Susie Smith was robbed on Gabon, and I low key think that if Susie Smith was a winner, I would put her up there. Not top 10,
Okay.
probably not even top 20,
I haven't watched it in too long.
but because her game. So underrated, and I genuinely think that she just got dragged because she was a slightly annoying older Latina woman.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like-
yeah.
And I'm like,
Aw.
the moves that she made to win, she won 2 immunities, girl.
Yes.
Like,
huh? But
It's
the
crazy.
vocal cords removed comment. Was she super annoying? I can't remember very well.
well, Corinne hates everybody.
Right. Oh, Corinne.
Yeah.
Bring back Corinne.
I stand her. Isn't
Where
that
is
crazy?
she?
As like an 11-year-old child, I stand Corinne. Isn't that crazy?
You're like that.
I told that.
That
I had
is what I wanna
I had a
become.
teacher in 6th grade that also watched Survivor, and I would make her talk to me about it. And when I told her that Corinne was my favorite, I think she was like genuinely a little disturbed. She was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "I love her." And she was like, "She's kind of nasty." And I was like, "Honey, she's fierce." She was.
That is hilarious.
Corinne
is
Corinne has a podcast with Brittany Haynes,
Oh, does she know?
and they're so funny.
Oh my
I
gosh,
love
I
them.
want to listen.
I love them so much.
Is it about Survivor?
They kind of just talk about a lot of shit.
Okay. Yeah, just yapping away.
Because they both have done a bunch of shows. Like Brittany did Big Brother and The Traitors. Corinne did Survivor and Amazing Race. Corinne would be amazing on The Traitors. I cannot believe that they haven't cast her yet because
Yeah.
she's I say this with love, a huge bitch.
Yeah.
And would be incredible TV. They need to put her on there immediately.
I'm just imagining you going to your, what, did you say 6th grade teacher?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. And Corinne,
Like, oh, who's your
Corinne's out there having
favorite?
confessionals being like, I hate all of these people. I can't stand any of them. And I'm like, love her.
Love
Love
you.
her.
It's like in China and you're just obsessed with Courtney.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
just-
I love a mean girl.
Ah.
On Survivor, I should say.
I
at
know.
Least.
Yeah. we
Courtney
love-
wasn't even mean. She was just
No.
like sarcastic
She's
and liked
so
to
funny.
drag people. Courtney wasn't mean.
No.
Corinne was mean though.
You don't have to do a lot
Corinne's
to be
mean.
painted as mean. Apparently Savannah was
You don't.
mean.
Yeah, please.
Please. Come on.
Yeah.
Be real. Be
Yeah.
real. Be real. How does one convert moves into votes in Final Tribal, do you think?
I think that is a very layered question.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on who's on the jury. I think it depends on who you're sitting next to. I think it's kind of hard to just like answer that one way because I feel like we kind of saw it with, I'm assuming it's in reference to like the Aussie vote between Aubrey and Jonathan. Like, how do you say like you got credit for it? I guess what I would say is I don't think you can BS your way through it because people are going to
No.
see through it. So I feel like you have to own, which is why I think that like Aubrey probably answered that question better, is because I think that she owned up to what she actually did, whereas Jonathan tried to make it seem like he did more. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think when I think about this win, because I really am happy for Aubrey. This is like kind of the last thing with digesting it all.
Yeah.
How much of it really was also just like going against her legacy, you know?
Like people voting for her to win because it
Yeah.
was her 4th time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that probably impacted some things, but like,
And anytime I think about that though, I'm like, let's put like Emily, for example, in Aubrey's position.
yeah,
And if she's like pitching a similar game,
yeah.
I think Emily would probably still win.
Well, yeah, because you just look at who's on the jury.
Yeah.
Like, Dee is gonna vote for Emily. Christian, Rick, Aubrey, probably Suri, probably Tiffany. Like, yeah. I like, as much as Jonathan wants it to be like, oh, I lost to Aubrey because of all these things. I'm like, Jonathan, I think you were gonna lose to a lot of people.
I think
I think that Jonathan, like, by not going to the end of the game, like, with Joe and like Stephanie, like,
that's his biggest mistake.
yeah, because I think that Jonathan probably loses to everybody that's
Anyone
voted
else.
out after Stephanie. Like,
Yeah.
he definitely loses
Yeah.
to Christian was before Stephanie, but he loses to Christian.
Loses Christian.
He loses to Devins. He loses to Emily. He loses to Suri. He loses to Tiff. He loses to Rizzo. So it's like, I don't necessarily
Rizzo
think it was
is the one that I think he would have more of a
he
case
would
against.
oh for sure, and I'll give him credit that he recognized that. But like, even Rizzo, I'm like, you know, Rizzo is probably getting D, Suri, Tiff,
Ozzy, I don't know.
Aubrey. Like, I don't know. Like,
Christian, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think that Jonathan, if he wanted to win, like, I just don't know if he could have, because his alliance, everybody didn't want to work with them, and they were all like awful in the game. So like,
Yeah. The other thing that I think about with the outcome of this is like, it really is just about being likable and being lovable.
and that's what it's always been about.
And that's what it's always been
Everybody
about.
wants to argue about how do you win, and you go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Yes.
But
I'm
you
like,
go back to
preach.
even the earliest seasons of Survivor, first season, Rick and Kelly, by the end, they both were disliked.
Yeah. But in the end,
But
it's
they
as
disliked
nature.
Kelly more because Rich was open about being a liar, a schemer, a this or a thater, and Kelly tried to be like, oh, well, like, I didn't approve of the alliance. And then everybody's like, well, you kept doing it.
It's just like owning it. Yeah. Just own it.
Tina won because they liked her more than Colby. Because Colby was kind of, I mean, Colby and Tina both kind of mistreated Jerry, but like, you know,
Natalie.
like, yeah, like, even
Natalie against Russell.
Vesepia and
Vesepia.
Nalia. Nalia came off as like a little bit of like a sheltered brat by the end. And so like, it almost always comes down to like the likability. Even people that have dominant wins, like Sandra. Sandra won 6-1. Everybody hated Lil. Nobody liked her. And
Which
Sandra
is
was smart to sit next to her.
wild. Yeah.
Like, they hated Rob more than they hated Amber.
Oh,
It
yeah.
always comes down, like, I think there's very few times in Survivor history where it came down to, like, where likability was either a small or a non-factor. Like, I think Ghost Island, Dom and Wendell tying. And even then, it's like, I think Laurel was closer to Wendell. So maybe it did come down to, like, the social likable element. But, like, I think that likability is something that people...
It's major.
Yes, and it always gets overlooked because people want to be like, oh, the game that you played. And it's like, at the end of the day, if people don't like you, if they don't fuck with you,
They're
if
not
you
giving
piss
you
them
$1
off,
million.
yeah, they're not going to give you $1 million.
Yeah, $2 million.
Yeah, so like, people can say whatever they want about Aubrey winning over Jonathan, and you could even make the argument of like, yeah, if you're just looking at their game objectively, whatever that means, because you weren't there. Did Jonathan objectively play a stronger game? Did he win more immunities? Did he control more votes? This, that, yada, yada, yada. Apparently people also didn't like him enough for him to win.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you want me to say?
No, it's so true.
I don't know what you want to do at your
It's
aunt.
so
Her legs
true.
are gone.
What?
That's from Real Houses of Salt Lake City.
Wait, what was it?
Mary Cosby, on the very first episode,
Oh.
Jen Shaw is getting mad at her because Mary said that Jen Shaw smelled like
like
hospital.
hospital.
And it cuts to a confessional of Mary, and she's like, well, and the reason Jen Shaw smells like hospital is because Jen Shaw's aunt is getting both of her legs amputated.
Yes.
And Mary's like, I don't know what you want me to do about your aunt. Her legs are gone. Why are you getting your legs cut off at 60? That means your diet's bad. So now me and my friend Chandler, we always say that of like, Chandler will be like, I don't want to go, to this meeting this morning. And be like, I don't know what you want me to do at your meeting. Your confidence is gone. So I was saying, like, that's what I'm saying to Jonathan. Like, I don't know what you want to do at your Survivor win. Your likability's gone.
Mary Cosby is amazing. Like, she's
Put
wild.
Mary Cosby on the Traitors, honey.
Oh my gosh.
Put Lisa Barlow on the Traitors. Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
Can you imagine?
I
They're at
cannot.
the round table and they're like, Lisa, I think you're a traitor. And she's like, I'm very important to God. I am very important to God. Okay.
No, she would be like, I'm calling my lawyer. I'm
Yeah.
doing this.
She's like, I'm shaking. I'm physically shaking. Put her on the Traitors. I need her so bad. Put her on the Traitors. Please. Please.
I actually don't know if I can pick anyone else from reality TV that is more delusional.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and in love with themselves
Yeah.
than Lisa Barlow. And I love her for it.
If we're talking about 50, do you know who I think is going to be on the Traitors next? Like the next Survivor rep? Obviously, I don't know. And so when I say I'm confident, I don't know. But I am feeling Rick Devens on the Traitors. I think it's going to happen.
That would be fun.
I 100% think it's going to happen. Because
good.
Cirie is like one of the stars of 50. They can't cast her because she already won.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, I cannot see Christian doing that.
Really?
No, I don't think
like
he would
be
do
a
it.
good faithful.
But do you think he would do it is what I'm saying? Like, I
think
like
he might.
Christian doesn't scream to me like the kind of person that would do a ton of different reality TV.
No, it's true.
Whereas I feel like Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Rick 100% would.
Rick
And
loves it.
even like Ozzy, he could do the Traitors, but I don't know if he would be great casting. Whereas like Rick would be the person that would like start shit at the round table and it would be great TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could totally
it would be so
see
great.
Rick Devens on the Traitors,
Yeah.
and I think it would be fierce.
I would love to see Angelina on the Traitors.
Yeah, and after this season, I don't think Angelina's getting cast on anything again. Her edit was too small.
That's such a bummer.
And she also like grew up. Like
Yeah,
she grew
yeah.
out of that,
Well, yeah.
which is
No,
good
it's
for
true.
her. But
Yeah.
like she's not gonna act like that because she's not like a young.
I don't know if
young
Emily
woman.
would. Like, I would love for Emily to be a traitor.
Yeah,
She's got it in her.
yeah,
But
yeah. I don't know.
they
Anyway,
want big,
I feel pretty confident that we're gonna see Rick Devens on
yeah.
the Traitors or some of these other reality shows. I just saw that the most random assortment of survivors is it's Carolyn, Natalie Anderson, and Ben from 46 are doing this competition on YouTube to see who can go the longest in bed.
Huh?
Like whoever goes the longest, like rotting in bed without touching the ground, like
How are they
wins
gonna go to the bathroom?
$100,000. I don't know. I just saw this today.
I think I would win.
People are out here like there's so many.
That's
The
crazy.
Traitors, one thing I'll say about the Traitors is they weren't the first to do this, but the Traitors popularized the let's cast a bunch of people from tons of different reality shows on a show together.
Yeah.
Because now there's so many of those, like House of Villains and this show I just told you about, and Beast Games and 100 to Win, and what's that one? Remember that we talked about that where it's like
What one?
100 to Win, isn't that what it's called? Where there's like all those different contestants and they do challenges, and like Danny and Sandra were on it. Isn't it called 100 to Win?
Yes. I think it's called 100 to
Something
Win.
like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah. Let me look it up.
Snake in the Grass. And like there's just so many of these reality shows
There
now where
is.
it's like they just cast people from all these different shows to be on it.
No, it is wild. I'm going to look that up really quick. 100
Yeah.
to Win. I just want to know also what Cirie has planned. I'm dying
She's
to
going
know.
to do Drag Race is what I heard.
Really?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, I was like, wait,
you
like
imagine?
as a drag queen?
No,
or like
she'll do
99 to beat.
99 to
is
beat.
what it's called.
Okay. Same
Yeah.
Same thing. Deal or
whatever.
No Deal Island is another one of those.
Is that still going?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Anyway,
is crazy.
like I said, getting a little bit off topic, but I think we're going to see Devens.
Yeah.
If we're getting anybody from Survivor 50 on any other show in the near future, I think it'll be Devens, because I believe the Traitors, the civilian season probably finished filming because it's
I'm so
airing in the
excited
fall.
to watch
I would
it.
imagine that means they're filming the celebrity one like soon, if not now.
Already, yeah. I'm so excited.
Because it doesn't take
for
that long to
for
film
civilians.
it. Oh yeah, me too. I think that'll be so much more fun. Well, maybe not more fun. I think that the gameplay will be.
I think it'll be more
interesting.
intriguing. Yeah, 100%. And
sure.
we've talked about this, but like the UK traders, when it was all civilians,
Yes.
so much better. The Australian one and their accents
Yeah.
makes everything better.
I'm not a traitor.
Or no, yeah, I love it.
That was the British one I was doing.
No,
Sorry, you said
try-
Australia.
yeah, yeah.
Australia. Be like, oh,
Mate.
track off, not a traitor, mate. Fuck off. That's what it would be.
Wow, That was
bad. It was
really
bad.
good.
If Australian people are listening, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
The only
That was-
practice
I
I
thought
have
that
with
was
an
good.
Australian accent is I had an Australian mission companion, and
Oh.
he was Samoan, and he taught me how to yell like racist white Australians. Because he'd be like, they'll be like, oh, track off, mate. No one wants you here. Go back to your islands, you filthy islander. Get out of here.
Oh my
And he would teach me how to talk like that. So that's like all I really know how to
That's
say.
amazing.
Yeah.
We had an elder in our mission from Australia as well, and then one from New Zealand. But I just remember this one from Australia. I didn't spend as much time with him, but he was asking me about an elderly, like a senior couple.
Uh-huh.
It was elder and sister Deaver,
Okay.
but he would say elder and sister Diva.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he'd say
Elder and sister Diva.
Diva. And I was like, Diva? He's like, no, Diva. I'm like Diva? He's like, no. And he had to like
Yeah.
spell it for me. I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just like literally didn't click to me. It was just, I wish I had an accent so bad. So bad.
Practice and just put one on like I did. Remember when I convinced everybody I was from Kentucky?
Yes, I can do a country accent pretty well.
We did a whole episode on a country accent for Zach Brown.
That's so true, honey. I remember that.
We did, y'all.
Shoot.
And I just think that it was one of our most fun ones yet.
You know what? I really do think
Oh,
so.
let's talk about things I didn't like on Survivor 50 to
Go
get back on
ahead,
topic.
honey.
Last thing I'll say, if it wasn't already clear, I don't want to see celebrities involved in my show no more. I don't want to see it. It was a flop all the way across. Even this Mr. Beast thing. Yeah, was it fun to get $2 million?
Shoot.
Yes, but my God, why are we putting those people on our TV screens, honey?
Right,
I don't want to
right.
see that.
I don't want to see that
I
either.
want to spend my time on Survivor watching people play the game. I don't want to watch people that are already rich, already famous, that don't give a fuck about anything that's
Right.
happening, y'all.
They don't understand us.
I am like low-key impressed at how good that was.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
We're just out here trying to make $1, enjoy our show.
Yeah,
and
why do I
they
need to
think-
watch a millionaire go out and catch some fish?
Go
I can
catch
watch
some
I can
fish.
watch these people do that.
Granted, that was the biggest dang fish I ever seen. But hey, you give me a string and a stick, and I'm gonna catch fish
Oh,
just as big as that in that
Honey,
Fijian water.
Y'all get me out there. I'm gonna pull a Yow Man. I'm gonna break my glasses and use the little thing as a fish hook and everything, y'all.
We're from the country.
I'm catching those fish, honey.
Do you think you could catch fish?
Oh,
Spearfish?
hell no.
I think.
Oh, hell no. I'm going to be like Suri, if anything, or I'm going to be lucky to catch one.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
think you could.
Natalie when she kills the rat and she's like, oh, my word. Oh, okay, eat your snack. Eat your snack. Eat your snack. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, this is terrible. She's like, I killed something, y'all.
I killed something, y'all.
Love her.
It really is so hard.
Winners,
go ahead.
like almost every winner was at the 50 finale.
Yes, and they didn't highlight that.
And Natalie White wasn't there, and that makes me so sad.
Oh no.
Can we let this
That's-
woman live?
That's crazy.
That woman won Survivor and then never talked to anybody again, except, do you know who randomly was still in touch with Natalie White?
Who?
Chet from Micronesia.
What?
He did
Did
like
they
a
date?
No, Chet's gay, girl.
Oh.
Chet did a Q&A on the Survivor subreddit and was like, yeah, I still talk to Natalie White. And everybody was like, what? He still talks to Natalie White? Isn't that crazy?
Looking up Chet.
Chet's the one where it's like, I hit my head back there. I don't
Oh
care.
my
I know.
gosh. Yes, Chet Welsh.
Yes.
Oh
An
my
icon.
gosh. That
He's an
is
icon.
so funny.
He's a legend.
He
and
is an
he
icon.
Is the moment. That's who Chet should have been on 50.
Chet is so
Chet should have been
major.
on 50. He was fierce.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
One thing I will say though about the celebrities and Mr. Beast
Uh-huh.
is anyone that figures out I like Survivor, which it's like half my personality, so it comes up quite often. They were like, "Oh my gosh, do you watch Beast Games? Didn't Beast Games like they did a Survivor thing? You should
They
watch."
did.
And so I do think, unfortunately, but I mean, actually, I guess it's a good thing. Whatever. I do think Mr. Beast brought a lot of people over to Survivor.
I'm not saying that he didn't.
100%.
I'm just saying if we're reviewing the season, I'm like, I don't want that on my TV.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
And if somebody's getting drawn to Survivor because of Mr. Beast, I'm already giving them a side eye. So
Yeah.
why
it's
are you
a little-
watching content for 4-year-olds?
It's because they have what kids.
Okay, well,
That's what I've heard it
once
from.
again, people with little kids, I'm giving them a side eye. That's weird.
It is.
Why do you
little.
have little kids? That's weird.
What?
I don't want to see
They
that.
gotta watch something.
Listen, that's a lifestyle that if those people want to live, that's great, but I don't want to see it. They should keep it private. I don't need to know the details of their personal life or their sexuality. That's for the bedroom at home.
Sure.
So I don't want to see that on my TV. I don't want to see kids because that implies
That you're straight.
a certain lifestyle, certain orientation, certain beliefs, and I don't want to see
And
that.
that's triggering.
That's not something I want to see on TV.
Right. That's
So
fair.
I don't want to see Mr. Beast because that just it's
just a reminder.
Someone who is advocating, he has an agenda for a lifestyle that I just don't know if I agree with.
And
in
he's
2026.
forcing it upon you.
He is.
He's shoving it in your...
He
What's
is.
that saying?
He is.
Shoving it down their throats
Yeah,
that he's straight.
absolutely.
I get it, girl.
Listen, I don't
That's
want to.
tough.
That's not what I want to happen to me. So I don't want to watch it.
They're going to turn all of the kids out there straight.
Someone's gonna clip this podcast and use it to get me fired from my job.
No way. What was I was going to say something else about Mr. Beast. Oh, and about Zach Brown. Because I know you hated Zach Brown on there.
I did.
I didn't hate it as much. And I know that pretty much everyone hated it and it was the worst episode in Survivor history. That literally is the stupidest take. This is my podcast. You have to hear me say that.
That first half was tough, but the second half saved it.
But the worst episode in Survivor history is crazy.
No.
That is crazy to say that.
Yeah.
Because he's just a nice guy that loves Survivor and sings them cute songs with his guitar and catches them a huge fish. And the music was incredible, by the way.
Yeah.
I just have my takes on it. And do I want that to happen again?
Yeah.
No. Especially like so much airtime that was given to that. And like his whole story about like his life to Survivor and then the fishing and the da-da-da. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we could do without.
Yeah.
But if they're going to show up and like up the prize money and sing us a song or two,
Yeah.
I won't be mad.
Yeah. And we already know what the worst episode of Survivor history is anyway.
What one?
What do you think I'm going to say?
Well, when Suri gets advantaged out.
I was literally going to say that.
Yeah, I was like,
I was literally going to say the finale of Game Changers is the worst episode ever because
took me a second.
the most BS that's ever happened. My actual answer
really
would
is.
probably be Island of the Idols, the episode where Kelly gets voted out because it's so gross.
Yeah. No,
that whole episode is nasty. It's
that whole
disgusting.
season, I just hated it.
Oh yeah, I told
Like,
Josh. I told Josh for not watching it.
No,
I was like, I don't want to watch it again. It's gross. All those people were nasty.
they're nasty.
They
nasty.
are. They're all
Nasty.
gross.
They're slimy, gross.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, it's not a good...
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it soon.
When we rank the
but just know that season is my least favorite of all time.
That's 50 for sure.
Yeah. Number 50. You don't have to guess. The rest are teasers.
Yes.
So upcoming, we are going to, like Taylor said, be ranking all of the seasons of Survivor.
Correct. Over the next 2 weeks, we're going to do 25 one week and 25 the next week so that the episode isn't like 5 hours long.
For sure, because it would be. Mm-hmm. And then we're also going to be ranking winners because those are two very different things.
Yes, same deal.
Very different
25 and 25. So over the next 4 weeks, 4 episodes from us. So we're definitely keeping you fed over the summer.
Yes.
And we're curious to know, how do you feel about 50?
Yeah.
What were your favorite parts? What are things you'd like to see more of in the open era? What are things that you're maybe tired of, that are corny and played out, that you don't want to see anymore? And, you know, what did we miss? Are there parts of our analysis of season 50 that you think deserve like a second look at or a second opinion on? Like me getting my ADHD assessment for the second time next week. Second opinion.
You're going to pass, girl, which means you're going to be diagnosed.
We'll see.
I did have a Survivor take that just left me. And I feel like it's kind of been trending this way, but like island hot people.
Okay.
I want that.
Okay.
I want that.
Okay.
And I do think we've been getting some more of that in the new era.
Yes. I'll say season 50 was definitely lacking in male eye candy for me. That's something.
Season 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back. Because...
Well, when we had Kyle leave and Colby...
Even 49 was lacking in male eye candy a little bit, but 48...
I'm trying to think of
48,
49.
we had Joe.
Oh,
we had Shaheen. Oh, you want to know what Shaheen said on Instagram today?
What?
He was like, today was the kind of day at work where I'm like, I should just start an OnlyFans. And you better believe that my ass commented on that post and said, sir,
you did not.
I will be your first subscriber. Absolutely I did. Absolutely I did.
I love that.
He's the one that brought it up.
It's true.
I was like, absolutely. If you start it, I
true.
will be paying you my money.
That is hilarious. See, for me, the hair was too much.
Oh, see.
And we've talked about this.
Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of that shit.
Yeah. And
Love.
I mean, they also had Kyle. Beautiful.
Oh, Kyle.
Who are the other men on that
Shaheen,
season?
Joe,
Oh, you had
David,
David.
even
David annoyed me.
what's his name? Thomas, the gay
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
And I feel like there's one more person I'm forgetting. Maybe that's it.
And then 47, we had Sam for you.
God, that's who needs to start an OnlyFans. Sam, if you're out there.
Have you watched his comments on season 50? I haven't.
No.
Because I know he's done. I mean, I
has.
think he took over the finale review for Know It Alls.
Okay.
So I think he did it with Andy.
Shut up. Oh my God.
Did he do it with Andy?
Oh my God. I should watch
Wait,
that.
I'm gonna
listen to it on the way home.
super quick. Hang on.
We will take a look at that. Should
Yes.
we wrap things up for our audience since we've tried to end this episode like 2 times now?
Yes, we certainly should. That's gonna piss me off.
That's okay. We'll find
Whatever. We'll find. Yeah, my ADHD is now. I'm like
That's
fixated
okay.
on it. Anyway.
With that, the queens have spoken.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Queens of Ponderosa. We will be back next week with our first half of our ranking of the 50 seasons of Survivor. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So next week, you're going to hear about rankings 50 through 26. And then the week after that, we get into the good stuff because we're going to go 25 to 1.
And I'm so curious how our lists are gonna.
Yeah.
Wait, because how did we say we were gonna do that?
I already made a template for us.
Okay.
So we could talk about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Then be excited, y'all. And I'm also curious if you want to share your rankings.
Yes.
Please do.
Yes.
We've started to get some comments from people, and it like gives me life.
Absolutely, it does. We love to hear from our fans.
Yes.
And from our haters, too.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Everybody
It's
is
all
welcome to
welcomed.
comment. Yes. So with that, we will see you next week. Outfit, out gay, out slay.
Yes, please.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.